In the world of Bluey, there is a character with a very heavy backstory. We're talking about Missy. Have you ever noticed that Bingo's friend might be sad and scared, fearful? Missy is a small breed puppy, which means she will always be short, and that's interesting because it seems like she's afraid of everything. In the episode Pirates, the Australian Terrier pup didn't want to play boat and whale because the net was swinging too much, and she's very scared of that. And throughout the whole episode, the little dog behaved as if that were truly the most terrible thing in the world, almost as if she had gone through something like that before. And maybe that really is the reason. Missy in the past must have gone through some strange experience at sea, maybe a storm, but it's important to pay attention to this detail about her. Unfortunately, Missy seems to be a fearful little pup who doesn't face challenges. Is that really true? Let's find out right now. And for you who made it this far, we have a special invitation. Click the join button down below and become part of our exclusive group of subscribers. We have 3 plans for you to choose from. You can become a Wave Fund member and use our badges on your profile and special emojis in the channel's video comments. Or you can become a Wave Plus member and get early access to our videos and priority replies in the comments. But if you want access to our exclusive members-only videos and polls, you can become a Wave Max member. Starting at $2.99, you can become the newest member of Cinewave. Click now and get even closer to us. Heart. Could Missy have heart problems? That's a very serious question, and the episode Pirates shows a clue about it. At the beginning of the story, Bluey, who at that time is a 6-year-old pup, asks her parents if they can play pirates. So far so good, but the first thing Chili says is very strange. Mrs. Healer asks if that game is going to scare Missy, as if playing pirates could somehow harm the little girl, and that caught our attention because of a simple detail. Missy is the same age as Bingo, meaning 4 years old. There isn't much difference in height between them either, so Missy can play the same things Bingo plays. And if that's true, then why did Chili ask whether the game would scare her daughter's friend? This could be explained by some heart condition. Missy might have to avoid this type of play because it could be bad for her heart health. Could that be it? It's a mystery. Ear. You remember the episode The Creek, right? Everyone knows Missy isn't a main character in that story, but she's there. And one detail about this small appearance of the pup caught our attention. While Missy waits in line, she keeps touching her own ear. And that's strange. Could something have been bothering her? Probably yes, and we know what it is. Missy is one of the few pups in the show who has an ear accessory. Those little bows she wears must be very tight, and that could be her mom's fault. Missy's mom wants her daughter to wear those accessories because they make her look pretty. But from what we see, Missy kept messing with her ear because she must be feeling discomfort. Could that be why most of the characters don't even wear clothes? That's a detail you should take into account. Adopted. One of the strongest theories about Missy says that she is actually adopted. This detail is quite strong because of the scene we see in the episode Pass the Parcel, when Lucky's dad decides to change the rules of the game. The kids get so sad for having lost that they run off and hug their moms. And with Missy, it was no different. But there's a strange detail there. Missy is an Australian Terrier pup, but her mom belongs to another breed. Her mom is a German Spitz, 2 completely different breeds. And that's fine. We've never seen Missy's dad, and that's another issue. Sure, he could be the same breed as his daughter, but the fact that the little dog has none of her mother's traits makes us think that either she's adopted or her dad remarried. Proof of this is Bluey's daughter that we see in the future. That character is a mix of Blue Heeler, the protagonist breed, and Border Collie, Mackenzie's breed. And that means that in the world of Bluey, puppies who have parents of different breeds resemble both in some way. Could this mean Missy is adopted and that she lost her real parents? Or did she only lose her mother in the past? Whatever the truth is, the little pup must be full of longing. Poor Missy. Longing. Speaking of longing, you must remember that at the end of the episode Bob Bilby, Bingo had to hand the class mascot over to Missy, and at that moment Bluey's sister felt sad because she loved the idea of spending the weekend with Bob. This detail is interesting because Missy must have felt the same thing when it was time to pass Bob to the next child. Maybe she felt something much worse. And do you know why we think that? Because Missy doesn't have many friends. Doubt it? We'll show you. But before that, would you like to be Missy's friend? Comment the hashtag Missy so we can get to know you. No friends. At the end of the episode Bob Bilby, there's proof that Missy doesn't have many friends. All the students are sitting next to each other. All except Missy, who sat beside the teacher. This is really a problem because that image shows how the little pup isn't close to the other students. That's why she must have felt so much longing for the class mascot, Bob Bilby. Birthday. Another example that Missy spends a lot of time alone and doesn't have friends happens in the episode of Bingo's birthday at the Healer family's house. We see that many of the kids are playing together. Bluey with Mackenzie, Honey with Snickers, Rusty with Lucky, and Indy with Chloe. But Missy is completely alone, playing with her toy car, and it's fine for her to want to have fun with the car. But there are several other kids there. It's a party, people are having fun together. And even so, during a moment of celebration, Missy doesn't seem close to any of the other characters, and that is very sad. And let's remember once again, it's a party! Shouldn't she be running and smiling with her friends? Is it because they don't like her that much? Or does Missy herself prefer to live alone? She could even play with Winton, but Winton, well, he was mad at her. Winton. Still talking about the scene from Bingo's birthday, we see a moment where Missy lost the chance to make a friend. Winton was using some toy pieces to build a plastic tower, but as we already said, Missy was playing with a toy car, and during that play, the Australian Terrier knocked down the tower that Winton worked very hard to build. Because of that, Winton got angry and gave up playing anything. He left the room and went to sit outside, making an ugly face showing he was mad. In other words, that day, Missy could have made a friend, but she ruined his play. Bandit. But Missy does like to play with one person. She loves playing with Bandit, and let's be honest, who doesn't? But maybe, in the little pup's case, it's a deeper detail. In the episode Sean, when Mr. Healer invents a pet for his daughters, we see that Missy is having a lot of fun, playing while hanging on to Bandit's arms. And that seems very different from how she was behaving at Bingo's birthday, right? This time, she wanted to join in with other people, and we think the reason for that is because she doesn't have her dad around. Let's remember that only her mom has appeared in the series, and Missy must be missing her own father. There's another possibility. Missy's dad might not be a good dad. He could be a bad or annoying guy. And yes, everyone knows no dad is better than Mr. Healer, but we do have examples of other dads who are great. Like Frank, Chloe's dad. In the episode Octopus, he showed himself to be a super great dad. Or Pat, who is Lucky's dad. He has always shown himself to be a super fun character. In Missy's case, she must want to get close to Bandit because he is what she herself doesn't have at home, and that is very sad. Shame. And let's remember one more thing. Missy is a character who has always shown herself to be very quiet and fearful. And it's okay to be shy, but it's hard to get close to her. Proof of that is the episode Bob Bilby. Right in the first scene, when Missy and Bentley ask the parents to come into the room to pick up their kids, Missy is the little pup who asks everyone to come in. And if you watch that scene, you'll see she's embarrassed to speak. She's very shy, maybe even too much, and that could be the big reason she doesn't have friends. What do you think about that? Subscribing is quick, easy, and keeps you updated with everything happening here. Let's go? Bob Bilby. Going back to talking about Bob Bilby, have you noticed with everything we've said in today's video that Missy feels a lot of fear and is very shy, and that she doesn't have many friends? And since she was the one who took the mascot home, there are theories that Missy's adventures with Bob weren't very good. She doesn't like heights, she doesn't like speed, she doesn't play much with other kids. The question that remains is, what did she do with Bob? Did she take him to some park? Hopefully her mom helped the same way the Healers did. We say that because apparently she doesn't pay much attention to her daughter. Calypso. A scene that proves what we're saying is in Season 1, when Indy argues with Rusty in the episode Mums and Dads. In one scene, when Bluey is running, we see Missy beside Missy, playing in the garden of Calypso's school. And that is completely strange. Missy's school is on the other side of the neighborhood with Bingo. Her teacher is Miss Retriever, so why was Missy at Calypso's school? Did her mom leave her at the wrong school? Juniper, who is another of Bingo's friends, was there too. And that's odd. Missy's mom left her at the wrong school, but why? Could it have been lack of attention? Prize. Missy also missed out on her prize at the beginning of the episode Pass the Parcel because there was supposed to be a gift for each child, but that didn't work because Lucky's dad's phone froze and the parcel didn't pass to her. And that was super bad because unlike the other kids, she didn't win anything that day, and that is very sad. Winning. But not everything is bad in Missy's life. In the same episode where she missed the prize in the first game, she won a much better one at the next birthday. When Lucky's dad changed the rules, Missy won the game and got a remote control helicopter, and that's a very cool toy, isn't it? The truth. And the truth about this character is that she is changing. There is a very powerful little pup inside Missy. In the episode Pirates, we see that she gained courage and climbed all the way up the net to face the blue whale. She is strong, and when she grows up, she will become an incredible character. That's why everyone needs to believe in her and wait for the next season of Bluey. We'll be here when that happens. Before you go, take a look at the 2 videos on the screen. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!